Whenever you're ready.
If you're planning on purchasing a home or if you already own a home, you may be asking yourself, what are the differences between insurance policies? Today I'm going to explain a really big conundrum that most homeowners wind up in after an event happens, and how can you prevent it? Hi, I'm Dylan Mullins with All American Roof Pros here to explain to you the difference between an RCV policy and an ACV policy. In the short, those two stand for RCV being replacement cost value and ACV being actual cash value. I will start out with the actual cash value explanation and then move into the RCV or replacement cost value explanation. For the sake of length on this video, I'll be using the acronyms as we go forward. ACV is a policy in which the insurance company only owes for the value of the property at the time of the loss. An ACV policy typically means that you're only going to get back what that value is actually worth. To put it into easier terms, think about this as your auto insurance. When you drive a car off of a lot, we all know that we lose a ton of money. The insurance is only willing to pay what it costs to replace that vehicle in the condition to which it was in. Most of us only carry an actual cash value on our auto policy. So think about it that way, that they're going to cut you a check for what it's worth at the time of the loss. That is an actual cash value. This happens to be a problem in our industry because the actual cash value of a home with depreciation when it comes to roofing or siding materials or anything we deal with on the outside of the home with what we deal with in our space is not the cost that it is to replace it at the time of the loss. If you have an actual cash value policy on your home, typically those are written by insurance agents to get your premiums down or a deductible down in order to get you within the price range to which you want to spend. An RCV policy or a replacement cost value policy means that the insurance company is going to cut you a check for the cost of the replacement in full today. Replacement cost value means that everything's going to be covered to return you to a pre-loss condition prior to the event that happened on your home. Most homeowners do in fact have an RCV policy to which we find, and what happens is they cut you a check for the ACV policy on the front, and then after the work's been completed and you can prove that, they cut you a check for the depreciation on the back. Those two payments happen so that way you don't take the money and run away with the RCV policy, and you intend to get that replacement done the way it was intended to in full, plus your deductible in both circumstances. As always, paying your deductible is in fact a felony in the state of Ohio, so we will never eat your deductible. Don't call us, we're not your guys. Anyways, going forward, if you have an ACV policy on your home, we have one recommendation, and that is to call your agent today and ensure that you in fact have an RCV policy on your home, so that way if an event does occur, you're not stuck with a large bill that should have been covered by your insurance had you had an RCV policy. ACV policies are great in some circumstances, but for most homeowners, an RCV policy is going to ensure that you're made whole by the insurance in a way that's right, and that we can argue on our end for you on your behalf to ensure that you get paid out the way that you should. In some instances, you will need to hire some other people known as public adjusters or umpires or something like that. So, at the recommendation of this video, you now know what the difference between an RCV and ACV policy. Call your homeowner's insurance policy agent and ask them, what do you have on your home? So that way you can ensure that if an event does occur, your butt's covered. As always, we love to help you here at Ohio's Best Roof or All American Roof Pros, and we'll see you guys on the next video, 419-989-4480. Thank you.